Welcome to King's Realm. I'm here with a special guest today, Tyrone. The Hawks got that dub 115 to 100. Introduce yourself.
Hey man, I don't know. I'm just hyped. I'm hyped, man. We look good. He won. We won. That 20. Like I said earlier before we started, I wanted the highest scoring game. Like I wanted us to really blow them out, but we won.
Yeah.
And then Hunter going down, it probably would have been more if Hunter didn't go down. But we won. So I'm not really depressed. Nothing bad happened. So I'm fine.
That is true. We came out this game with a dub, but I got an echo, y'all. Hold on. Let me fix my mic. So, like I was saying, we went out and we got this dub. So the fact that we got this dub is always good when it comes to a team like this. Because we were supposed to beat this team. This team. Their best scores have 26 and 25, I believe. Last time I checked the box score. So
let me see.
Yeah, Bradley Bill, they both had 26. Bradley Bill,
which is perfect. I find that perfect.
Yeah,
that was perfect. I didn't need Bradley Bill to score 50 on us tonight. I really did. Cam stepped up tonight, and I really appreciate him because people were dogging him. Cam stepped up tonight. Like he needed to show his defensive. We all know him for defense, but him to block up Bill like he did was amazing. Like I was so hyped for him that tonight.
And with that being said, Cam has got the slack he's got because he hasn't played well. Let's be honest. I was a big guy on Cam all year, but DeAndre Hunter has been the go-to sophomore this year.
That's my Twitter handle.
Exactly.
DeAndre Hunter. He's my guy. Like watching him play in Virginia was helpful. Mm-hmm. When we grabbed him, because I didn't know anything. Like watching his highlights, I was just like, oh, he's gonna be something special. And everybody was like, Kawhi, and I couldn't see it at first. I was like, he's gonna be a defensive threat, but I didn't see Kawhi. Now this year, he MIP. I'm not gonna say he's gonna get it because it's his second year, but MIP could be his name should be on that list because that just is just crazy. I was like, I don't understand how.
When you look at DeAndre Hunter, I've said this on my show multitude of times. I think he has been the best Hawk this year when it comes to consistency. Let me go ahead and throw that in there. When it comes to consistency, besides today, he did get injured, so that plays a role. But he's been the most consistent Hawk this whole year.
Yeah, I said that in the preseason because people were when we played Memphis and Trey. Remember, Trey had that preseason slump.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I said Dre's gonna be the one to score for us. I said Dre's going to be the one that's gonna keep us in games because, and then we know about Capella because Capella was hurt some preseason games. I said Dre's gonna be the one that's gonna be that secondary ball handler for us, and he has shown he can do it. Like he's more comfortable now, where he can drive, he can get the ball in the post, hit a shot, he can take it to the rack and dunk it. It's really like tonight. That dunk he had tonight before he got hurt was disgusting. His head was at the rim. Mind you, I think I heard Vince said it. Vince was like, man, I told him last year he should have been dunking like this. That was during the Minnesota game when he dunked. He said, I told him to work on that this year. So to see that progression, like to where he's going into the lane, he's looking for the dunk and not looking for the layup is a beautiful sight.
Yeah, when you look at that stuff, it's like it's good to see as a sophomore develop, man. Stuff like that doesn't happen overnight. That takes time, hard work. And sometimes you sit back and you look at Cam Reddish and you say, what were you doing this offseason?
Yeah.
Were you working on your game? I saw your pictures with Steph. Were you really working on your game or was you trying to get followers? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So as this season goes on, we need to figure out if Cam Reddish is going to be that defensive 3-and-D guy that we want him to be.
I don't think Cam is. I think his offense is going to come to him. When he goes to the lane, his offense will come to him. But when he tries to come out to start and just shoot, it doesn't happen. He has to go to the lane and get fouled. a couple of times. He has to go to the lane and get some easy layups or get some like he did versus Durant with the left hand. He has to get those shots to where he can get confident. And Stinger said, let the ball go in the hoop. When you see that ball go in the hoop, you'll get more confident. He's done that a lot more. These last two games, like last game when he played Brooklyn, he put up 24 off the bench, which was great. Like, we didn't see Cam. We didn't think Cam was going to be able to do something like that because this whole year he's been either hurt or he's only scoring like 12 a game. He scored 24 off the bench. We were like, okay, so Cam's getting into his bag. Then tonight, let me see. He might have had a little bit less tonight.
Yeah, he had 7.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, but it's weird seeing our I don't know if you look at our injury reports before the game. Mm-hmm. Cam's always on the list. Like some games you be like, okay, Cam, you can't be on this list every time. Like every time you on the injury list. Like that's the scary part about Cam. Because we drafted him hurt. If you remember, he was hurt when we drafted him.
He was hurt all the way through Duke.
Yeah.
Let me not say all the way because I don't know early on. I don't know what was going on. But at least midway through his stint at Duke, he was hurt.
Yeah.
So
I think he hasn't got a consistent amount of time to play. That's really, I think, what it is. Like, let him get some games. Let him play a good amount of games together. And then we can see what happens. Because him playing 2 games, then getting hurt, then playing another 2, it's just not going to look good on him. It's not looking good on him.
Somebody else that I'm really worried about, and I hope when it's close to the playoffs, this game steps up. Gallinari.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, man. It's kind of hard to pinpoint if it's injuries or if he's just not taking enough shots. Like I said earlier in the show, 8 shots is not enough.
Yeah, he got to. I think, mind you, he only played how many minutes? He only played 18. So he dropped 11 points. I mean, we played him really. We haven't been playing him. He plays stiff. If you watch him shoot, he just turns around and throws. Like, it doesn't look like it's supposed to go in, but it always goes in. Like, I think I need him more I think he needs to play more time. Like, I don't know if he's going to be our 6th. See, that's the thing with our 6-man role. I don't know who. Is Cam the 6th man? Is Gallo the 6th man? We got Rondo coming up at the 6th man some game. It's really more who gets into foul trouble. We don't have like a 6th man. Like, you're gonna come in and play these set amount of minutes, and that's your guy. You're gonna be the guy that comes in to give us a boost, which Gallo can do. Mind you, Gallo came in the second and the first actually, and just scored like 8 points off rip. Like he just kept shooting, and they couldn't guard him. He runs a good pick and roll where if you try to switch on him, he's gonna shoot over anybody who wants to shoot on him, who guards him. So yeah.
I would agree with you there. He should be our 6th man when it comes to scoring. If we're going into the 6-minute mark and we need buckets, Gallinari should be
in the game.
And if we need stops, it should be Cam Reddish.
Oh yeah, Cam Reddish is our defensive guy, and Gallinari is our offense. Really, when we played Brooklyn, like I told you, I got to talk about that Brooklyn game.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Brooklyn game.
We got it. Oh, man. The hate I got on LP that night for them saying that was one of the worst games he's coached. I said, we played 3 superstars. Capella, he ended up saying after the game, I don't know if you saw the interview, he said Capella was hurt. Capella's, he was on the injury list, and he was tired. He gotta chase. You're not gonna let Capello, who is a big center, chase around Jeff Green on a 5-and-out offense. You're gonna have John Collins guarding him. Now, if Jeff Green hit big shots, and KD and Kyrie got to the lane, that's them. That's who's gonna who's gonna stop KD and Kyrie getting to the lane when they want to get to the lane, and James Harden. James Harden just hit more big shots. So when it got to us, talking. When I got to seeing people on Twitter blame LP, I said, when we got the ball with 0.3 seconds left in the game, he called the most perfect play he could. Kevin Huerter messed up the pass. If you look at that play, Kevin Huerter messed that play up. Because John was either going to get fouled or he was going to dunk it. And he was going to win the game. Kevin Huerter messed the pass up. So I can't see why people are mad at him for being, for him not winning that game. Like, you get to overtime, You can't control turnovers. That's players on the court. That's who plays. You get a turnover. That's all. You can't tell the coach. Oh, the coach made them turn the ball over. How? Yeah. You can't blame him for certain losses. Certain games you be like, okay, yeah, you should have done better. But you can't blame him for the overtime. We had 3 turnovers in like 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, we had like 3 turnovers. So you can't blame LP for him being like not coaching that game right. He coached the game amazing. That's how I see. I think he just coached the game. That was my take. He coached that game at a good enough rate where that was like one of the best games he coached in my eyes. Because he kept them. You can't stop KD, Kyrie, and James Harden that much. You can't stop them like you think you can stop them. Like you can have Cam and DeAndre Hunter and then maybe Trey and John switch. You're not gonna stop all 3 of them. Unless you got what we said, Chris Dunn. When we bring Chris Dunn back, who is known to play defense, that's gonna help us shore up that stopping that 3. I want a playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's different. I know they different in playoffs. I want a playoff series. I want to see how we fare against that team in a 7-game. Like we played them back to back, and they didn't have James Harden at the time, but we won that game. So let us get our team healthy. Let us have Bogey. Let us have guys that can hit shots. Mind you, we didn't hit. Dre would have hit that 3. We probably would have won that game. And Dre hit a 3. He would have hit that 3. He could have made that game, man.
Yep. With all that being said, what's good, Don? The host of Forever I Love Atlanta Sports podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the show, bro. You can't stop anyone if you can't scheme right.
Yeah,
that's absolutely correct, Don. That's absolutely correct. But also, you want to know something that's bad? Both of these teams are one of the 2 worst defenses in the league.
Yeah.
So when you look at a game like this, it's like, okay, yeah, they scored a lot of points, but it's against a team that doesn't play any defense.
Yeah.
So now you have to outscore this team. And like you just said, you're not outscoring James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Joe Harris. But Joe Harris had a bad night.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Green. You're not outscoring all of them. So that team is built around scoring more points than the opponent, which is what they were able to do. So until this team's defense picks up, you can't expect them to beat a high-powered offense like the Brooklyn Nets.
Weird thing I saw, I think it was a stat, where in the group chat, it was a stat. I think we were, they have the chart. We're really towards the highest part of defense, which I was like, we can score 100 a night, which is different because you got teams that are really bad at defense. I feel like we're mediocre at defense at this point till we get the defense. What we know, like Bogdan, who else? Dunn. Like I said, Bogdan, Dunn. Once we get those guys back and we can shore up this defense, I don't see us. I don't see I feel like we'll lose some games. Of course, we're gonna lose to high power teams. I love John. John's not gonna stop Giannis on every night. Giannis is Giannis. John, you're not gonna put John Collins on Giannis because look at Giannis. John Collins is agile enough; he can move with it. Giannis is gonna score 30 a game, really and truly. Now we get to what's his name? We get to having Bogey back and having that's gonna be fine. Because I'm echoing.
Yeah, I was hearing an echo. I don't know where it was coming from. Yeah, it's gone now on my end. Chat, do y'all still hear an echo? What's good, Robert Bennett? Thank you for joining the show. Let us know how y'all felt about the game today. What could the Hawks have done differently? Like I said earlier, this game today against the Wizards was not a game that they should have lost. They only have 2 superstars, Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. That's it. It's only 2 people they got. So when you look at our team and who we got, John Collins, Clint Capella, Trae Young, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Gallinari, all these people are people that should ball more than Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. With all due respect to both of those talents on the court.
Yeah, that team is bad.
Exactly.
That team is bad. I feel so bad for Bradley Beal. And like the heart in my my heart hurts for Bradley Beal. That man put up multiple 60-point games for them and still lost.
Yeah.
Like if I put up 47 points, my team got to win. That's just me. That's just like that's like you got a team with one, like that's like LeBron when he was in Cleveland. Like LeBron having to carry that team. Bradley Beal can't carry that team like that. He needs some type of help. Like it's a point where you need help, and he needs help. Like either he needs to go to Miami would be my choice for him to go with Bradley with Jimmy Butler and Todd. I don't know who they give up in that trade though, because Miami's very stingy. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens. That really does happen, Robert. That happens.
Yeah, I agree with Robert. Frequent chat. What is with the Hawks not closing games out and the perimeter defense is lacking, going to show up come playoff time and still give up open threes? This is a big issue. This is just defense and scheme, like Don said earlier. Defense and scheme. You got to be schemed right, and you got to have good defense. If you watch the Hawks game, I think this was in like the second quarter. They came down and they jacked up three early shot clock threes, and it was just like, why they ran?
Like why? What was
why are we doing this?
My thing was, I was like, we haven't. When I always say, when we get to the end of the fourth and we're winning so much, and we just start jacking stuff, I'm like, we're having fun, but we got to be like playoff time. There's no time for that. When we get to the playoffs, there's no time for it. We got to bury teams at that point. We were up 20. I was like, we got to go up. We got to be up by 30 now. Like now, when they kept trying to slowly come back and creep, and I'm like, yo, we gotta bury this team, because Bradley Beal can end up having a big night in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
If you don't bury a team like we did Detroit, that Detroit game when we came back was one of the most impressive wins I think I've seen this year. Is when we came back versus Detroit, and John Collins. Somebody said John Collins is a max player. I'm almost at the edge of that. I think he declined $90 million, which was weird to me, because I was like, okay, so how much do you want? And I was like, you got it. He saw everybody in his draft class get those big 90, like huge contracts. So he thinking at that level, I want to be that. I want to get to that level. So I feel if we get him they're going. Yeah, I've seen they're going crazy on Twitter.
Yeah. Let's speak on Westbrook real quick, since Jack Hansher brought it up. He brought it up in the chat. Westbrook, oh my God, he's that player. Man, I love Westbrook to death, man. I love his game. I love his attitude on the court, man. But at some point, you have to realize as a player that I'm not the leader of this team.
Yeah.
And when the sooner he realizes that he's not the leader and that he has to take a step back sometimes, he'll realize that his game can go to a different level. When you can't shoot, i.e. Ben Simmons, he's not as bad as Ben Simmons, but when you can't shoot, it's one of those things that can ruin the whole game for you.
Yeah. Like
with Ben Simmons, he doesn't want to shoot. And then
I think he's scared to shoot.
Yeah.
I think Ben is scared to shoot, because I think he's gotten dogged on Twitter so much for how he can't shoot. Now he really feels like he can shoot. Now he gets an open shot. It's like, I don't want to take it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just take it to the rack, because I know I'm gonna make it. But dude, you got a shot on you now. You done train. How many summers we done watched him train on Twitter? How many summers of him pulling threes in the gym and making them? Yeah. It's like,
when it comes to Westbrook, his problem is he shoots too much.
And that was so bad tonight. Oh my God, that was so funny. That was so funny to watch Westbrook just come down the court, get a pick, and just shoot it. I was like, dude, when have you ever been like that? You've never been like that, Westbrook. You've never just come down the court, just pulled a three. I was like, Westbrook, I don't know who you. We call you Westbrook for a reason, because we know you're not going to be able to shoot it. Like if you watched our defense, we literally were backed up off of Westbrook. We didn't play him at the 3-point line, and that's kind of so that helps him. But the thing with playing Westbrook off the 3-point line is that it helps him drive. because you give him that space to where he can just take it. You know, he's he's powerful. So you leave Westbrook a good enough space. You want to play the paint, you can't move your body that fast because Westbrook gonna go at 100 in a second. So I don't understand the fact of him shooting this much tonight. I think he shot horrible. I think his percentage, they shot horrible from the 3-point line. I just saw that and I was like, that is bad. They shot 25% from the 3-point line.
When you talk about shooting percentage, let's talk about the Hawks tonight.
Yeah.
Early in the early in the first quarter, they were like 4 for like 15.
Yeah.
From the field.
I don't know what the first quarter we come out slow. What's funny thing with Brooklyn, we came out really hot. Like we came out hot versus Brooklyn. But this opening this game, we went 4-15 and we were like, I was just watching like, are we gonna make a shot? And it's weird because we had the lead. And I was just like,
exactly.
this might be a bad game. But then, you know, every team started warming up. When we start, and it's weird because they said, I think it was a stat about the third quarter, beginning we had 26, we had 36 more, we had 26 bench points. And that was strictly off of Gallo. I think Rondo had 15. No, Rondo had 8. Yeah. I don't know who really was our big bench scorer. We really didn't have one.
It was just Trae Young.
Yeah, really and truly.
Just Trae Young.
Trae Young has he's proven himself to me. He's young lion. It's certain games you know, but Curry, mind you, when I saw him slump, I was like, well, Curry has gotten that slump, and everybody's like, oh, Curry's bad. Curry gonna fall off. The next game he scored 30. And he remember he scored like, what was the next one he scored? Like he kept going up in points.
Yeah.
It's weird because I feel like shooters getting slumps because they want to shoot so much and they don't want to take it. Like when Trae goes to the rack, he's either looking for the assist, he's looking for you to crash. And I love watching that play because Trae will take it, and if your center comes to attack him, he's gonna throw you the lob. And all you gotta do is sit there. If you Clint or John, that's why they've had so much success in the pick and roll, is that because they're scared of Trae getting the easy layup, or they back up to stop the lob and he's gonna get the layup. He's a threat when he gets into that paint area because you don't know what he's gonna do, and he's a threat from the 3. Oh yeah, I like that comment. Yeah. That's a comment I like from Jack.
Jack's on it today. Jack's on it. Yeah. When it comes to JC, man, like I said, if you watch the show faithfully, thanks everybody who watches this show. I still don't think he's a top 5 power forward in the league. So him asking for max contract because he can't play defense. His defense slacks a lot. And you see the numbers where he has 5 blocks or stats like that, but those are against teams that, once again, we talk about this should happen. The next game is against the Lakers. LeBron is going to play. AD is probably going to play. This is a test that you need to see what kind of Hawks team you got. And if they come out slow in this game, it's over. It won't.
I feel like AD didn't. I think AD didn't play tonight, so you know he's going to play. You know he's going to play Monday. So, and no. He's playing. If he doesn't play, you know they play the Celtics Saturday night. So that's the game I want to watch. I'm going to watch that game. I want to see. I like my family's my uncle and all his sons are all Lakers fans. So I was at Kobe's last game here. Like it's weird when we play the Lakers because I feel like JC's gonna have to have a big night. Trey's really gonna have to have a big night because who's guarding Jay? Is KCP gonna guard Trey? You think? Probably
KCP.
I think KCP will probably guard Trey. KCP will be home, by the way. He'll be back in Atlanta. You gotta have that 2 guard then, and Hunter. Well, Hunter's gonna get guarded by LeBron. He might.
I wouldn't think he would guard. They're probably not saying anything bad about LeBron because you get killed for that. But LeBron is probably going to guard. He's probably not going to guard DeAndre Hunter. If he does, I can understand why. But I can see him more so matching up against John Collins because John Collins is not going to want to play the post against LeBron as much. He's going to want to stand on the wing and shoot, in my opinion, but he could change his game plan just a little bit because he's playing LeBron. But I don't see him guarding DeAndre Hunter in this game. It could be possible because that could be another lighter load because DeAndre Hunter playing against LeBron is not going to be good either. So that way he can take some time off on defense and focus more on offense in this game. So that's always a suggestion. Hawks got to learn how to win. Trey has to have better shot selection and run the offense better, not jacking up the hell shot threes. I agree, man. He does that a lot. He just comes down, he takes a look, he shoots. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the play call.
Can Cam guard LeBron?
No.
Look, Jack, I want to just Jack's real quick, and then we'll go to Robert. Jack saying we need more off ball for Trey. That is so true because we have Kevin bringing up the ball. If Kevin's gonna bring up the ball, let Kevin run point.
Exactly.
If we're gonna let Kevin take the ball up the court, let Kevin run point. Mind you, when we played Brooklyn, what did we do? We had JC at the top of at the high post, and JC would it would be a screen, it would be coming around, and Hurd would be right there. So like it's a good play. It's a fine play to run. This Lakers game is gonna show us how are we gonna play. It's really gonna if they're at full strength. I think Kuzma. I don't know. See, that's a weird thing. Is Kuzma coming off the bench? I haven't watched the Lakers this year.
Kuzma is the Lakers version of Cam Reddish. If Kuzma gets hot, they're going to win that game. If Cam Reddish gets hot, we're going to
win. Yeah.
So
if Cam can put up 24 like he did versus Brooklyn, we're going to win this game. I feel it. I really do feel we might. It really might be close to a blow. It's not a blowout. Let me not say a blowout. Let me not predict it. Let me not say that because it was funny. I did it versus I think we're really. I did say it versus the Falcons. I said the Falcons was back when we went to the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, we're gonna blow the Patriots out, and we did it.
Not the whole game, huh?
Not the whole game. It just. But yeah, this comment that made us laugh. Oh no,
that's no. Cam's not ready for that. He's good on ball defender. I think 2-tier small forwards. 2-tier small forwards. He could probably strap down any 2-tier small forward. That eliminates Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, LeBron James.
He can guard PG. I think he can get guarded.
Not the way PG's been playing this year.
Maybe no.
He can guard him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't think about regular season. So any of those top tier small forwards, I don't think Cam has a chance. Slow him down a little bit. Robert, maybe a little bit, but if they're averaging, let's just say 22 for sake of the argument, they're still getting their 22 that night.
I think. Well, he did good on Bill tonight. That was the thing that got me tonight is that he did good on Bill, and I was like, okay. I said, okay, he might do. I was like, he looked really good on Bill. I don't think he's stopping LeBron. LeBron is. I think LeBron's. Well, we all know LeBron's bigger than him. LeBron's going to put Cam in the pose and eat most of the night. You can understand Cam can play the perimeter, but that paint, LeBron's going to make him dinner. Like, he's going to just sit there. He's going to put him in that's why you have to have Dre. Dre's going to have to guard LeBron. That's how it's going to – and AD's going to have – Capella's going to have to guard AD, and if we have to switch, it's going to have to be John. And John's going to have to pray he can hold himself up to where he can guard AD. But Cam's not going to guard LeBron. Cam is going to guard this game. He's probably going to guard KCP. Who is that point? Is Caruso playing point?
I haven't watched
the Lakers at all.
I haven't been. I've seen highlights, so I can't really talk off of highlights about who's starting that point. I don't know.
Does anybody in the comments know who's starting?
Yeah, if you know in the comments, just let us know. And speaking of Bradley Beal, you said you liked what he did with Bradley Beal. Still 26 points.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal. He was 10 of 26, so I'm guessing a lot of that has to do with Cam Reddish guarding him. So if Bradley Beal is still dropping 26 on you, and Bradley Beal is not even close to LBJ, when you
I don't think LeBron's gonna but I've been watching highlights. LeBron has turned to a 3-point shooter, and it's getting scary. He's just coming down the court and just making threes. And that's getting pretty scary because LeBron mind you, LeBron has always been, I'm gonna take it to the hole, dunk it, lay it up. Now he's got an outside game. And now it's just like, LeBron, who do you think you are? Like it's like you have gotten how many years is it now? Because I was a kid.
17, I think.
17, man. I'm 19.
Something like that.
He was the 03 draft. So yeah, 17, 18. I'm 19. So I'll be 20. So it'll be probably like 17, 18. That's my whole life.
Yeah.
So you haven't been you've been able to hit threes, of course. It's LeBron. He's gonna be able to hit a three. But now you're becoming a 3-point specialist where you gonna have on 2K. Oh, he gonna have every type of shooting badge in the next 3 days. If he comes to Atlanta, it drops like if he goes like 10 to 13 or something like that from 3. Not even he's not gonna shoot that many. Let's just say like 5 of 8 or something like that. That's what I said.
Yeah, we've both been saying that this is going to have to be a game where everybody is hot for us to win this game. In a series, we don't win this game at all. We might win 1 or 2 in a series against this team, and that 2 is a maybe 2. But we could beat this team in the regular season. I think we played this team twice in the regular season, so we can beat this team. Look at that.
Oh, it's Dan. Okay.
That's going to be funny.
That's going to be hilarious. Oh, I forgot he was even in LA. Wow.
But now that you say that, I've been hearing good things about Dennis Schroeder in LA. Now that has been brought to my attention.
I thought he was the 6th man, though. I thought he was going as the 6th man in LA.
I have been hearing good things about him. So that is going to be funny seeing that Dennis Schroeder was once in Atlanta. I didn't like him when he was in Atlanta. Really did.
I know a lot of people hate it. I don't know. I didn't really have no bias towards him. I think that's because I wasn't watching basketball like how I was watching football at that time. If I probably go back and watch it, I probably feel the same way. But at that time, he was like our guy. Every time he was like the German guy on the team. I was just hyped. I was hyped because he was a black German. That's the main reason why I liked it is because he was black and German. I don't know why. I was just like, bro, Dennis Schroeder's that guy. And everybody in my school was like, bro, he's not. And I was like, bro, yes, he is. He was like, bro, no. And I just remember because I wasn't into basketball like that. Because I grew up playing football. So I'm a football guy. So when I'm now that and my Falcons are been depressing these last couple of years, I've gotten more into basketball. So yeah, Dennis Schroeder he's gonna be funny because we got Trey. Then we get rid of him and then we got Trey like right after. That's gonna be funny to see them. I want to see if Trey guards Dennis. I would believe so. Or we might switch Cam. I don't know. It depends who's starting. Because Cam, I'm liking Cam off the bench. Because Cam, like I think Stinger said it tonight. You need to watch the game. When you come in off the bench, you got time to watch the game.
Yeah,
you get to see how the game's running. So that helps him not him not playing that many games. Him coming off the bench is a good role for him. That's why I said when we go back to the 6 man, him and Gallo can flop back and forth in that role. And then Bogey was here. Bogey really would have been in that role too. Bogey would have been the 3. Bogey, I don't know what you consider Bogey at 3 and D, because I don't know, because he can hit shots.
I would consider Bogey more of a yes, he can play defense. Yes, he's a good shooter, but to just claim that title on 3 and D, I think he's more than a 3 and D player.
He can facilitate too.
He can do a little bit more than just 3 and D.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I ask everybody this that comes on the show. You ready, brother?
I'm ready.
MVP?
So right now?
Yep.
Embiid.
Chat, let me know who's your take on MVP so far.
Trey. Well, for me, because I'm biased, Trey is in the 3-4 range, but Embiid and Jokic are the 1 and 2. Embiid and Jokic are my 1 and 2.
No Kevin Durant.
Jokic, man. I've been watching. I watch his highlights and just like that is a quarterback at center. Really and truly, that is a quarterback at center. He's a big point guard. And then Embiid is just dominant. Like when he played us, I forgot how many points he dropped. He was just dominating us. And he was the only person playing on that team that night. So Embiid has proven himself this year as that he's that guy. Remember, I remember he first came in. It was like, oh, I don't know about Joel Embiid. He might not be that guy. He's that guy. He made he made trust the process a thing, and they really trust that process because he was a work in progress. Really and truly, when they drafted him, he was he's supposed to go big. He's supposed to be he was a work in progress.
He was.
And to see what he is now is amazing.
Robert says Joel Embiid. I like Joel Embiid. I like Jokic. I'm even here we go. I want to go triple down.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is my MVP this year. And if he keeps balling like this team is gonna be
it's gonna be something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
that team gonna be special, man.
I had the Celtics playing the Lakers in the finals. But if this team keeps playing like this Brooklyn team, it will be KD versus LeBron, what we've been waiting to see for a long time. So I got KD. LeBron would be second, just because he's just been balling out of his mind. Then I go Jokic, Joel Embiid, and then whoever. Paul George is on there. He's been balling this regular season. We never had a problem with Paul George.
I would say PG is a regular season player, though, man.
Yeah.
I love PG's. I love PG in Indiana. I love PG in OKC. I love him, and I still love him. He's still one of my favorite players. He just can't produce in the playoffs, man. If he was like he was in Indiana in the playoffs, I'd give him all the credit. He's one of the great. He still is one of the best players. He's that number 2 player on that Clippers team. Nobody taking that spot. Like Kawhi, he can outwork Kawhi. Kawhi still be the number 1 player on that team because he can win MVP this year and still be the number 2 player. Because Kawhi is just Kawhi. Like
that is true.
That's the thing. Yeah. Okay. I like the Hunter should most improve, and then BK has defensive issues. The Hawks kind of sort of expose those defensive issues. They don't really have a backup center, and that's scary. Now they're talking about JaVale McGee. Then they're saying Drummond. I don't see Drummond leaving Cleveland. I don't see them buying Drummond out. I don't know who they're going to trade. The thing is, what does Brooklyn have now? They have nothing. Like
I think they're going all in. And that's what's going
for 2-3 years because their contract's only 5 years, I think.
But what's going to happen to this Brooklyn team, and what I'm worried about is the teams in the West have bench. They have bench play.
They have deep benches, man.
So when it comes to the playoffs, you're going to need that. Yes, I understand they want to have at least one of those superstars on the court at all times, but look at James Harden.
I was just going to say, James Harden played 40 minutes that game. I said, bro, James Harden, is he even got on? We were in a group chat talking about it, and I was like, bro, James Harden hasn't taken a seat. He didn't sit till halftime.
Exactly.
They're playing him. I said they're playing him back into shape. If he was fat like he was in Houston, like we think he was, they're playing him back into shape. Like he's getting played. He's gonna play a whole game one time. Like, and it's gonna be like, why did y'all leave? Because you don't have you got rid of Karis LeVert, which was detrimental. You got rid of Jared Allen. Literally, that whole team. Remember that team that was dancing on us? That whole team is gone.
Exactly.
Except Joe Harris. I think Joe Harris might be the last one. I think he might be. So that's just wild. That's just a wild. That team's benches was gonna hurt them.
Exactly what I was getting to. My point. In the playoffs, you're gonna need your bench, and if they do make it out the East, it would be because they're just better offensively than everybody else. But once you get to the finals, they're going to need that bench. That bench is going to be very key and important to them winning in the finals. Tyrone, before we get out of here, any shout outs?
My account, DeAndre's _burner. You got to follow that. That's my Twitter. The Hawks group chat, everybody in my group chat, everybody they came in, hey, what's up? That's it. DeAndre's burner, I can't put in the comments. I'll put it in the comments, but it's spelled like his name, and then it's an underscore, and then it's burner, and just have a picture of him and his he got a tracksuit on. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you to everybody that showed love in the comments section. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Robert. Sensei. Shout out to you. The Don was here earlier. Shout out To everybody, Robert, that was in the chat, yo. Much love for y'all. Thank you guys for coming, tuning in to y'all. Special shout out to my godson, Stacks. He was born yesterday on J. Cole's birthday. Y'all know me. I'm a huge J. Cole fan, so you know that made my day. Born on the GOAT, the best rapper alive birthday. To anybody that has anything to say about that, we can debate about it on Twitter. I'm always there for that conversation. Yo, I'm sorry. Ace was late today. I'm sorry, man. He was late. We started the show a little early. He's here, though, and he's taking us out. Oh, wait. Shout out to Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe. We are now sponsored by Manscaped. Go get your Manscaped, people. FILASP 2021 is the code. Ace. Peace.